Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To all my dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Sir Zishan in front of you. As you know that I am teaching mathematics, and today's I will talk mathematics 8th class chapter number 1. And this chapter is about set theory. Dear students, we have been teaching you set in class 6, class 7, now this is class 8. So first of all, the question is that what is a set? See, I am telling you the definition of set. What is this thing over here in my fingers? It's a keychain, and there are many keys in this keychain. So it's also a set of keys, and many keys are over here. So these all the keys are called elements of this set. For example, the name of this set is A. So the set A has many elements, and these elements over here, key 1, key 2, key 3, key 4, etc., etc. I hope you understand the meaning of set. What is a set? See, answer. Set. A set is a collection of well-defined objects. Remember the example? Collection of well-defined objects. A set is a collection of well-defined objects. Well-defined means that we can decide definitely whether any object does or does not belong to that set. I gave you this example. I hope you understand the actual meaning of the set. At your home, see a tray, and in the tray there are 6 glasses over there, and you put, for example, some liquids in that, or maybe Fanta, Mirinda, etc., etc. That tray is also a set, and these 6 glasses are the elements of that tray. That is also a set. So, I hope you understand a set is the collection of well-defined objects. Now, I am telling you the meaning of well-defined. What is well-defined objects? Well-defined means that we can decide definitely whether any object does or does not belong to that set. Question: what is a set? Define the following. I hope you understand what is a set. Define the following. Element. As I told you before that there are many keys in this keychain. The keychain is a set, and these keys are called elements. I hope you understand the meaning of element. Element means members. So, look at over here, element. Anything belonging to a set is called element or member of that set. I am giving you another example. Your school bag. That is a set. And in a school bag, you have many things. What are the things? Books, copies, geometry, pen, pencil, cutter, etc., etc. These all the things are the elements of your school bag. Your school bag is a set, and all those things which I mentioned, these are the elements or members of your school bag. Empty set. What do you mean by empty set? Well, a very good example. You are wearing a school shirt and there is a pocket. That pocket is also a set. You may put marker, pencil, pen, money in your pocket. So your pocket is a set, and all these things are the elements of that set. But think about that. If you have nothing in your pocket, so the pocket is over there. Of course, the pocket is over there, but nothing is in it. So we call it empty set. Empty set means the set is over there, but nothing is inside the set. Definition: what is empty set? A set without an element is called empty set or null set. Remember this word null. Empty and null, same meaning. So we can say empty set or we can say null set. It is denoted by. Denoted by means you can write it. You can write. How you will write empty set? See this thing. What you will do? Make a circle and cross a line over here. So this thing is called empty set or null set. Or you can make two brackets. Look at the board over here. This bracket is over here and that bracket is over here. But what is in between of that? Nothing. That's why this is called empty set. Phi or two brackets, nothing in between that is called empty set or null set. I hope you understand the meaning of empty set or null set. Now, subset. What is a subset? Question. I wrote a definition over here. If you can read my writing easily on the board, try to read it. Subset. To understand subset, we can say set A is a subset of set B. If every element of A is also an element of B, this is written as A is subset of B, or we can write A is a subset of B. This sign is used for subset and that sign is also used for subset. Maybe you will ask a question, what is the difference in between this and that? I will let you know about this. As well as this moment is concerned, I am telling you A is a subset of B or A is a subset of B. Now, we have finished subset, superset. What is superset? Definition. Keep this example in your mind, the example of subset. Keep this example in your mind. We can also say that set B is the superset of A. Set B is a superset of set A. It is written as B is a superset of A, or B is a superset of A. I have mentioned these two signs. They are different, but I am saying B is the superset of A, and I am also saying B is a superset of A. What is the difference in between these two signs and in between these two signs? I will let you know. Let me continue my lecture. Now, my dear students, the next topic is proper subset. I have already told you what is the subset, and I made two signs, and I will tell you that what is the difference in between two signs. So first of all, let me tell you about proper subset. What is a proper subset? See, definition. First of all, try to understand the definition. I hope you can read my writing very easily, okay? Because I am writing in a big font. Definition. Suppose you have a set A. Set A is the proper subset of set B if every element of A is also an element of set B, but set B has at least one element which is not a member of A. This is the definition of proper subset. You will not understand unless you look at the example. See, I am telling you an example of proper subset. For example, we have a set A and three elements are over there. What are the elements? Look at the board. 1, 2, 3. Set A has three elements. 1, 2, 3. I wrote it in this way. And now another set B has four elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, there is difference. A 1, 2, 3, but B 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at over here. But B has at least one element which is not a member of A. See, this is set B. It has a member 4. 4 is not the member of set A. That's why we can write A is the proper subset of B, and you will use this sign. I hope you understand. Set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Set B is equal to 1, 2, 3. But an other element 4. I am repeating. Why I am repeating? To let you know the difference. I am reading again. But B has at least one element. You see, one element, at least one element, which is not a member of A. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can say A is a subset of B, but proper subset. A is a subset of B, but proper subset. So we can say A is a proper subset of B. Dear student, I hope you understand. If you could understand proper subset, it's very easy for you to understand improper subset. I have an idea. What I'm thinking, I'm closing my eyes and I'm supposing you are sitting in front of me in the class. You can ask questions, I'm supposed to give you the reply. Dear student, I remember those days. Remember that you were sitting in the class and I was teaching you. I pray, really I pray. Very soon that time should come when you will be sitting in front of me and I'm delivering my lecture and you will be asking the questions. Okay, look here. Improper subset. What is improper subset? You will have to consider an example. Set A is an improper subset of B if every element of A is an element of B. See what I'm saying? Every element of set A is also an element of set B. And every element of B is an element of A. The order in which they are listed does not matter. Look at the example. If set A is equal to A, B, C, these are the elements of set A, and B, C, A. What is the difference? I did not see any difference. A, B, C is over here, A, B, C is also over here. That's why I'm saying the order in which they are listed does not matter. Then A is a subset of B, but we will say that A is the improper subset of B. In this case, also B is an improper subset of A. This shows that every set is an improper subset of itself. Dear students, what should I say? Really, sometimes I feel myself very sad. I remember those days. SMB CAPS, a beautiful educational institution.